Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Turtle English Channel, the podcast where we learn English through fun conversations. I'm Rosie, your English teacher and guide.
And I'm Tim, your curious student who always asks too many questions. Seriously, I think I broke the record last week.
Yes, you did. Last week, you asked me 23 questions about one grammar point.
And I regret nothing. Curiosity is good for learning.
That is true. And speaking of curiosity, today's question is a very interesting one. Why does each country have different customs and rituals?
When Rosie told me this topic, I thought, wow, this is deep. Like Mariana Trench deep.
Don't worry, Tim. We'll keep the explanation simple, friendly, and fun.
Perfect. My brain is ready. Maybe.
So, Tim, tell me, have you ever traveled to another country?
Yes, I've been to Japan once.
And did you experience any different customs there?
Oh yes, many. For example, people bow when greeting, and when I tried to shake hands, the person looked confused for a moment.
Maybe they thought you wanted to arm wrestle.
Maybe. But that moment made me realize, wow, culture is different everywhere.
Exactly. And that's why today's topic is so useful. Understanding customs helps us communicate better around the world.
Okay, Rosie, let's begin. Why does each country have different customs and rituals? Why can't we all just have the same traditions? It would be simpler.
True, but also very boring.
True. Imagine everyone celebrating the same festivals, eating the same food, and wearing the same clothes. That would be like living in a world where every ice cream flavor is vanilla.
And you need chocolate, mint, strawberry, mango.
And cookies and cream.
See? Diversity is good. So, let's break down the reasons. There are several important factors: history, geography, religion and beliefs, climate and natural environment, social structure and lifestyle, interactions with other cultures, and values and worldview.
Wow, that's a lot. But please explain slowly. My brain wants to stay alive.
Let's start with history. Every country has a different past. Their ancestors lived differently, faced different problems, and created different solutions. Over time, those solutions became traditions.
Can you give me an example?
Sure, take Vietnam. Long ago, people depended a lot on agriculture, especially rice farming. Because farming requires cooperation, Vietnamese culture developed strong family values, community support, and respect for elders.
That makes sense. When people work together, they need harmony. So customs that teach respect and politeness become important.
Exactly.
So history builds customs like Lego bricks, one on top of another.
You could say that. Customs today are like a huge Lego castle built over hundreds or thousands of years.
What about geography? How does location change customs?
Geography affects how people live. Mountain areas, desert areas, islands, and river regions all create different lifestyles.
For example?
People living on islands often develop customs related to the sea. Fishing festivals, boat rituals, and ocean-related legends.
Right. Japan has many traditions connected to the sea.
And countries with big mountains often have customs related to farming animals, living in cold weather, and celebrating seasonal changes.
Geography shapes behavior, and behavior shapes customs. Nice. Okay, next factor. Religion. I think religion is a big influence.
Yes, religion teaches people what they should value, what they should respect, and how they should celebrate important life events.
Like birth, marriage, and death?
Exactly. Different religions have different ceremonies. For example, weddings in India are colorful and last many days. In Western countries, weddings are usually shorter and more formal.
And in some cultures, funerals are quiet events, but in others, they are celebrations of life.
Very true. Beliefs shape rituals, and because beliefs differ around the world, rituals differ too.
What about climate?
Climate influences food, clothing, housing, and even celebrations.
Oh, because you celebrate what nature gives you.
Exactly. Countries with long winters have customs around light, fire, and warmth, like Christmas markets or winter festivals.
And countries with tropical weather have water festivals, fruit festivals, and open-air events.
Perfect example. Songkran in Thailand is a water festival. It fits the climate.
So customs grow from the environment, like flowers growing from the soil.
Beautiful metaphor, Tim. I'm impressed.
What about social structure?
Well, some societies are more traditional and family focused, others are more individualistic. These differences create different customs.
For example,
In many Asian countries, it's common for 3 generations to live in the same house, so customs about respecting elders are very strong.
but in many Western countries, young adults move out early and live independently.
Exactly. So their customs focus more on independence.
This part is interesting. How do cultures mix?
When countries trade, travel, or communicate with each other, they exchange customs. Some traditions are borrowed and mixed into the local culture.
Like how pizza started in Italy but is now worldwide?
Yes, and how Vietnamese food uses French ingredients like baguettes, which became banh mi.
Delicious cultural interaction. Okay, last factor, values and worldview.
Every culture teaches its people what is important. Some value harmony, others value freedom, others value discipline or creativity.
And these values create customs.
Right. For example, if a culture values respect, people bow or use polite language. If a culture values creativity, they may have colorful festivals and artistic rituals.
Can we talk about real customs from different countries?
Sure, let's explore a few. Japan. Bowing.
I love this one.
Bowing shows respect and politeness. It reflects Japanese values of harmony. India. Colorful festivals.
Like Holi.
Yes, because India has many religions and traditions, their festivals are very diverse. Mexico. Day of the Dead.
It's beautiful, not scary.
Right. It reflects Mexican beliefs about honoring ancestors. Korea. Chuseok.
A harvest festival.
Yes, connected to agriculture and family. Thailand. Y greeting and Songkran.
Climate plus religion plus history.
Exactly.
Rosie, can I ask something personal?
Sure.
Do you think cultural differences ever cause problems?
Yes, misunderstandings happen. For example, some cultures value direct communication, while others prefer indirect communication. But differences also make the world interesting.
I agree.
If we all had the same customs, traveling would be boring. Every souvenir shop would sell the same keychains.
And every restaurant would serve the same dish.
No thanks.
So when we see customs that look strange to us, we should stay open-minded.
Yes, something normal in one culture might be unusual in another.
But unusual doesn't mean wrong.
Exactly. When I went to Japan, I didn't know how to use chopsticks properly. But people were very kind and patient.
That's the spirit of cultural exchange.
So, to answer the big question, why does each country have different customs and rituals?
Because each country has a different history, a different geography, different beliefs, different climates, different lifestyles, different interactions, and different values.
So, customs are like recipes. Each country has its own ingredients,
And its own flavor.
and that makes the world delicious.
Okay, Tim, quick joke. Why don't scientists trust atoms?
Why?
Because they make up everything.
Rosie, that joke is old.
Like cultural traditions, old but still meaningful. Before we end, let's summarize for our listeners.
Yes, summary time.
Customs and rituals are different because each country has unique experiences and environments. People create traditions based on what they need, what they believe, and what they value. Over time, these traditions become part of national identity.
And when we learn about other customs, we become more understanding, more respectful, and better global citizens.
Beautifully said.
Today's topic was amazing. My brain survived, and it even learned something.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
To everyone listening, if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to follow our podcast.
And remember, learning about cultures helps us understand the world and ourselves.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.